Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel today. If you guys are new, I am Sasha Ridley, and here we talk about self-development, self-healing, pursuing our healing journey, and how to overall become a better versions of ourselves. So stay tuned for today's video. Today we're going to talk about how I lost over 20 something pounds within the last few months. I know it's amazing. It's beautiful. I am so glad that I was able to accomplish such a huge milestone. However, I'm still pushing and working to get to the fitness goal that I want to get to, but I am so happy to be able to accomplish something that I have always wanted to accomplish in months or in years, right? So let's hop into how I started my fitness journey, how I started to prioritize my fitness journey, and how I changed my lifestyle in order for me to lose 20 plus pounds, right? So first and foremost, I have always been an active person, right? I love to work out. I love to walk. I love to be outside. Whatever it is that consists of me moving my body, rather if that's playing football, soccer ball, softball, volleyball, I love it all. Okay, that's me. That's just the type of girl I am. And I've always been, active. But when I started my fitness journey, as of like me actually going to the gym and, working on my body and my health, I wasn't aware of how my diet affects my fitness journey or how my diet affects my body. And at the time when I started my fitness journey, I noticed that my diet was horrible. My diet was horrible. Like, majority of my diet consists of comfort food. The reason why I ate a lot of comfort food is because I was stressed, overwhelmed, overworked, and different things like that, right? So, and in the long run, it caught up with me. It caught up with me. Now, I didn't have any, major health issues. It's just that when you eat junk, you become junk. Like, you are what you eat. And I never really understood that statement, but now I do, right? So growing up, we ate a lot of comfort food. Soul food is comfort food. And I know it tastes so good. Like, that food is so good. But if you eat that food on a day-to-day basis, it's going to harm you, and it's going to prevent you from being the person that you want to be and showing up as the person that you want to be. So once I was able to connect those dots and realize where my diet started and why my diet was that way, then I was able to move forward and change my diet, right? And the things that we develop in our childhood, we carry over into our adulthood. Don't get me wrong, is soul food good? Of course it's good. But when you eat those things on a day-to-day basis, it's harming your body. And I feel like us within our community, we're not educated on how that food hurt us, on how that food destroys our body, and how that food is targeted towards us so that we can have the health problems later on in life, right? And that was something that I've always wanted to prevent, having health issues or having anything going on with me. I want to be as healthy as possible. So the first thing I had to do was change my diet. I had to change my diet, and I had to minimize. I'm not going to say completely get rid of, but I had to minimize the amount of comfort food that I was eating, and I had to implement more fruits and vegetables and whole foods into my diet so that I can feed my body the nutrients, the vitamins, and the minerals that I truly needed, right? And a part of me changing my diet, I completely stopped eating meat. Stop eating meat, cold turkey. I don't eat chicken, I don't eat beef, and I don't eat pork, okay? Once I educated myself on how long it takes meat to digest in my system, I changed my diet. I'm like, this is not right. Because we're all supposed to make a bowel movement after every meal. And if you're not making a bowel movement after every meal, then you should be worried or you should be concerned, right? Once I've learned that meat takes hours to digest, how am I able to make a bowel movement if it takes hours to digest within my body? And if it's not coming out, then that means it's stuck within my body. And if it's stuck within my body, stuck within my gut, that's where a majority of diseases come from. It starts within your gut. Everything starts within your gut. So for me to want to be healthy and to stay healthy, I have to stay on top of my gut health. And I have to make sure that I am making the bowel movements on a day-to-day basis. When I wake, I don't make a bowel movement in the morning, then I need to be eating or drinking something that's going to make me or force me to make a bowel movement, because whatever goes in have to come out. And if it's not coming out, then that's a problem, right? So once I educated myself on that, that's when I started to do better, and I started to make sure that I'm eating the things that I need to eat and I'm drinking the things that I need to drink. Now, I'm not going to sit up here and make it seem like I'm perfect, as if I eat fruits and vegetables on a day-to-day basis, because I don't. I have my days where I wake up in the morning and I eat my watermelon, I eat my fruits, and then later on in the day, I have a salad, and then the next day come. That's like my cheat day. You know, if I feel like eating fruit that day, cool. But if I want to go out and eat, go to the restaurant by myself, or go with some friends, or go with somebody special, I'm going to do that. And I give myself the opportunity to, dibble dabble in, in different types of food. But creating boundaries within my diet to where it's certain things I allow myself to eat, and it's certain things I don't allow myself to eat. And if I eat things that I know I'm not supposed to eat, after I eat those things, when I go home, I'm detoxing my body. There's this amazing tea called Smooth Move. And whenever I eat something that like I know I'm not supposed to eat it, or like I want it to come out of my body, I drink that tea, right? The second thing that I did within my diet was completely cut out sweets. Y'all, when I tell y'all, I had a sweet tooth. When I tell y'all, I had a sweet tooth. Like, I would literally wake up in the morning eating candy. I would go to sleep eating candy. I would have candy in my purse, in my bag, in my book sack, in my pockets, because I thrived off of candy. It's like I was addicted to candy. I was addicted to sugar, okay? And if you know, cancer thrives off of sugar. Cancer thrives off of sugar. So back to what I said, once I educated myself on what I'm putting into my body, that's when I cut back. That's when I started to balance things out. That's when I pushed away from the table and said, this is enough, because I can't continue to do this to myself. My number one goal is for me to stay as healthy as possible. I don't want to have any health issues when I get older. I don't want to have to worry about the high blood pressure, the diabetes, the cancer, the kidney, the liver. I don't want to have to worry about that. And I come from a family that worried about that suffered from those things. And if you come from people that suffer from those things, it's a greater chance that you would develop those things, because it's all, within our genes, it's all within our DNA, it's all going to be passed down to us. You get what I'm saying? So my goal is to make sure that I don't have to suffer from the things that my family members suffer from years or decades ago. That's not my goal. My goal is to change the trajectory on my family, on my life, on my DNA, to make sure that I'm healthy and that I'm rewriting and rechanging different things so that I can maintain healthy and so that I can be a better person. Okay, so those are the two things that I did within my diet. I cut out the meat, I cut out the sugar, the junk food. I minimized all of that. Okay, the second thing that I really prioritized or really took serious was, am I focusing on cardio or lifting weights, right? And within the last couple of months, I have been focusing on cardio, which is walking, running, jumping rope, or jogging, right? So I would engage in those different activities whenever I felt, whenever I felt like it. Some days, if I wake up and if I feel like walking, I'm gonna walk. If I feel like jogging, I'm gonna jog. If I feel like jumping rope, I'm gonna jump rope. It all depends on how I feel within that moment. And I stayed consistent throughout my journey. It was some days where I woke up, and I didn't want to work out. It's some days where I didn't see the results that I wanted to see. And I'm gonna attach a picture of me from last year versus this year at Mardi Gras. Difference is a huge difference that you see, like within my face, of like how much of weight I lost. But I stayed consistent. It was days where I didn't want to go to the gym. It was days where I didn't want to work out. I didn't even want to work out inside. Some days I would work out inside. It was some days where I didn't want to work out because I didn't see the results that I wanted to see. Or it was some days, I just couldn't work out. Maybe it was because I was busy or because I didn't plan it, but you have to find what works for you. You have to balance out things. And if you want to create a routine, okay? Me personally, I have ADHD and I have a hard time with sticking to a routine. However, I am aware of the things that I need to do. So it's not a week that goes by where I'm not working out, because I know I need to work out, okay? Also, lastly, you have to be patient on this journey, okay? Losing weight is something that's not gonna happen overnight. Like, it takes time. It's a process. You may not see the results that you want to see just yet, and that's okay. It is a part of the process. Don't doubt yourself, or don't feel sad because you're not seeing what it is that you want to see, or you don't feel the way that you want to feel. Like, give it time. Trust me, give it time. It's going to happen. So, all you have to do is sit down and pay attention to what works for you. Things that work for you may not work for me, and the things that work for me may not work for you. For an example, I don't like going to the gym to work out. I would rather not go to the gym. I would rather work out outside, or work out at a park, or work out at a outdoor gym. That's just me. I just like to be connected with nature, right? The gym is too much. It's too much for me, so I don't do the gym. However, I found what worked for me, which is working out outside. Another thing, cardio or lifting weights. You don't necessarily have to jump into cardio. You don't necessarily have to start running tomorrow morning. Like, do whatever it is that you need to do, okay? Listen to your body. Your body is going to tell you everything that you need to know. So, I'll see you guys later. Bye.